Hi, welcome to es346 Basic Thermodynamics. This is section ux1 for summer 2016, the online e-learning version of the course. What I want to do is go ahead and give you a tour of Blackboard, because all the course content is going to be delivered through Blackboard. So if you go ahead and log into your Blackboard shell, first thing you're going to see is this page here, and content areas on the left. The very first thing that I recommend that you do is to go ahead and read the syllabus. Everything in terms of course policies and course schedule is here on the syllabus. The other first initial thing you're going to do is purchase access to the electronic textbook and learning environment that we'll be using for this class. We'll be using McGraw-Hill Connect. So if you look under Course Electronic Materials, you want to go through this site here to go ahead and purchase access to the site. Make sure you follow this link. Just don't go buy this externally to make sure you're tied into my class. You should go ahead and verify that you see that's indeed this section's class for summer 2016 UX1 and I'm the instructor. Go ahead and click register now, and you can go ahead and purchase access to the site. That way it'll be tied into Blackboard, and so all the assignments that you complete within McGraw-Hill's Connect will be tied in with your Blackboard account. Okay. The next thing I just kind of want to briefly point out is the schedule, and here's the approximate schedule that you'll see. There are 3 exams and throughout the semester, and there's 12 weeks in the class. There's 8 chapters in the textbook that we'll be covering, and so some chapters will take 1 week and some will take 2 weeks, and you'll see all of that on the schedule here. There's going to be homework assignments that are due every Sunday night at midnight, and so every week you're going to have a homework assignment, so there's going to be 12 homework assignments throughout the semester. So let's go ahead and look at where you can get all your assignments. So if you click on the next link down, that's course content. This is where the majority of the course is. And as I mentioned, it's broken down into 8 modules or 8 chapters. Each module corresponds to a chapter in the traditional textbook. So go ahead and you can click on that. This would be the first week's work, which is the introduction. The first link you're going to go ahead and see is going to be the Learn Smart Reading activity. This is an interactive reading of the e-textbook interspersed with quiz questions to test your comprehension. You need to go ahead and make sure you complete this assignment. This is the first thing you should do each chapter, is to go ahead and read the important parts of the textbook using the Learn Smart activity. The next link down is the homework, and this is actually the last thing you should do, but I put it up at the top because you may want to be coming back to this fairly often. And each week's homework is going to be listed here. So here we see homework for Module 1, which is in week 1, and you see the due date. Both of these links will take you to the McGraw-Hill site once you've initially registered. So that's why you want to always go through the Blackboard portal, clicking on this link to take you in to McGraw-Hill Connect. Below that, what you'll see is usually a section of videos. Any of these videos are anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes long, covering various topics. I will also mention below each one of these what the relevant sections in the textbook are that you want to see. The last resource that you will see on here are things called Pencasts. These are alternative resources. They're not required, but some people find them helpful. Each one of these is an example homework problem. There's 2 ways to look at these interactive PDFs. If you're using a PC, you can go ahead and use Adobe Reader, and so you want to click on the second link. If you're using, for example, an iPad or an Android tablet or phone, you want to get the LiveScribe player. It's a free app, and then you want to go ahead and use the top link. Again, those are optional, but they're example problems, and they're very often helpful before you're doing the homework. So again, if we come back to the course content, what you'll see is that we're going to go ahead and go through the first 3 chapters, and then there will be an exam. As I mentioned, there's going to be 3 exams. And there's 2 different ways that you can take the exams. The preferred way is to do on-site proctoring at eLearning or any of their approved proctoring sites. There's a week window that you can take the exam. So, for example, exam 1 can be taken during the window between June 15th and June 21st. Anytime in there, you want to schedule your exam with eLearning ahead of time. And here I've got an email and a link to go ahead and get to their site to schedule that exam. The other alternative is you can use what's called synchronous video proctoring. This will be administered at 1 day and 1 time. So here, exam 1 will be on Tuesday, June 21st from 4 to 5:30. In order to use synchronous video proctoring, what you need to do is have a high-speed internet connection and a high-definition webcam. And what you're going to do, if you choose this option, is you're going to go ahead and join my Google Hangout. And what you're going to do is set up a webcam it's going to go ahead and show your workspace. So for example, you would set it up so that it looks like this, so that I can go ahead and see where you're working in terms of your computer space and, well, what materials that you're using. You'll need to be logged in the entire time that you're doing the exam, which will be an hour and a half. You'll submit numeric answers online, and then you're going to take pictures of your work to go ahead and turn into me so that we can go ahead and award partial credit. The exam materials you can use, you can't use the textbook. What you can use is the equation sheet that I have a link to right here, and the thermodynamic tables, which are the appendix, and so I have a link for both of those. If you go and take the exam at a proctoring site like e-learning, they will go ahead and give you a computer to work out, and you can go ahead and use those two electronic resources while you're taking the exam. Again, you're going to do all of your work on paper and turn that in so that we can go ahead and award partial credit based on the work that you do, and you'll submit numeric answers online. When the exam window opens, there'll be another link down here at the bottom in order to take the exam. It'll be password protected, so you're going to have to go ahead and get that password from e-learning or from me during the synchronous video proctoring. Okay. A couple last things I want to mention on terms of the links over here on the left. The first is a discussion board. I really recommend that if you've got any questions that you think are generally applicable, like if you're asking for some clarification on a homework problem, please use a discussion board. That way when I answer it, other people that may have that same question can go ahead and answer it. And the other thing I'd recommend is, first thing to do is to go into this discussion board and subscribe to this so that you go ahead and get email notifications when questions arise. Now, if you have something in particular about your exam score, for example, that would be something you can go ahead and send to me via email. Last thing I just want to mention is under the download section, there's a couple extra resources. This is just another link to the thermodynamics tables that you can use on the exams. You'll also need it for using a lot of the homework. And then this is the equation sheet, which also you can use on the exam. So those are the same two links that I showed on the exam page. The other one over here is EES software. This is an optional software package. You'll see it mentioned in the electronic textbook, and I've got some additional videos online on how to use it. This is optional. It's made for using with PCs, although it does run under Wine on Macs and Linux machines. And there's also a Android app. And this makes solving some homework problems a little bit easier, but this is optional. UF has a site license, so go ahead and feel free to download this, and you'll have access to this for the next year. Alrighty, if you want to contact me, you'll see that link right over here. The best way is via email. The worst way is on my work phone. I am in my office, but I'm not on here with any sort of regular schedule. But if you send me an email, I'll always get back to you within 24 hours, often much quicker than that. If you call my office and I'm not here, you're welcome to leave a voicemail, but again, I can't guarantee when I'll get back. It could be several days before I go ahead and I'm able to return that. Here's my office location at UAF, 351B Duckering. Again, I'm here aperiodically, so if you're going to come see me in person, please go ahead and make an appointment ahead of time. All right, well, that's about it in terms of the introduction. You can go ahead and start in on the class anytime that you want. Almost all the material is up there again underneath the course content. So look forward to interacting with you throughout the summer. Bye.